to get
Yeah, I
this
was
match
scared.
underway. You can see how
I
I
both.
was talking about the HUD, so you should be able to see a lot more clearly everyone's names and, if I get it
Both team have
right,
a double,
health
so
bars.
it's literally a mirror matchup. Okay, we have more one skimmet and more.
So, just to go over the rule, oh, Ria Sabido already goes down. That's a very, very quick pick off there.
Good stun,
The
Bob.
rules for everyone, we have to fight in this middle zone here. They cannot leave this middle zone. They can go onto the first part of the stairs, but not to the top, and they can go on the ramp, but not up to the very top. Once one hero is dead, they cannot join back into the fight until their entire team is dead. It's not looking very good for blue team here. Again, that early pick off at the very start there for red team was huge. I think we're going to see a pretty clean wipe. Once your team is fully dead and has fully respawned, you can run back in, whether the winning team is fully healed or not. Let's see if No Brain along and that, so you can do a bit of damage before they die here. And we'll just keep going until the ends, basically. So we'll do multiple rounds, and whoever wins most rounds at the end wins the game. So you can come back in.
Good.
So
both
they
teams
reset there, they wait for the
great.
team to respawn. Once they're in, they can already start the fight now, so they don't need to wait. They can just keep go already, once their last person's in. Like, you don't have to wait for the enemy team to really heal up again. This is a way of trying to add a bit of balance so that you can make a comeback and win a few rounds. But yeah, this is what we've done for this season. Let's see if they can do it better this time and not get picked right at the start. They're going in on that jewelry. They chunk down Ehrgrau quite well at the start here. They're doing a lot better this time, a lot more balance on the fight. But Ria Sabido jumps in and goes straight down again. Tries to backflip but gets knocked out of it. They are doing a lot more damage this time. So a much better fight here from blue team this time. Polax might be going down here. Orgasmov is getting very low. Can he be finished off? Nice, but also No Brain Along goes down at the same time. Sissoko Din also falls. So they managed to pick off a kill this time. But it is not looking good for blue team again. Let's see, see if they can get a lot of chunk of damage here before they die, so that they can try and have an advantage in the next fight.
No problem is here now, blue team have 2 light armors. And the first engage is really important. Also this time the first engage was way better than the first round.
It was definitely much better this time, but that chain dart instantly dying again. Basically in the second fight is not great. They need to try and play maybe a bit more slow with that chain dart. Bait it out with their heavy armors first before going in. I want to see the Jewel Blade and Chain Dart work together to try and one-shot the enemy Jewel Blade, right? Because that's the only thing they're really able to kill quickly. So waiting for Jinbei to respawn, and then they can go in again.
Yeah, let's see what the red Jewel Blade doing this time. Okay,
Red Jewel Blade again does get picked off very nicely by the blue Jewel Blade, but nice initial pick off there. But can they get out? Chain Dart's getting chunked in the middle again, instantly dead again. Their Jewel Blade is still alive and can do some damage, but he's going to get focused out very quickly now, I think.
But he just needs to come out, heal up, and he's the only damage.
He does have healing while running. That's as far as he can go. You can only go onto the start of those stairs like he did then, and you have to get off like he did. So you can't go up any higher than that. Same on that side. The Jewel Blade does now fall. So it's not looking good for blue team. But again, a much better fight this time. They're getting better and better every time. So they instantly killed the Jewel Blade this time. They did a lot more damage to the enemy team overall. But it's not going to be enough.
Now we have the heavy versus heavy fight. But enough time for the Polex to heal up again. Longsword ulti is also out. Cancelled the Maul, but Maul and the shots were focusing out No Brain or Long. Okay.
Yeah, Orgasmov is getting a little bit chunked here, but with the longsword they've got there, and just the advantage of numbers, I don't see any way of coming back from this. But again, a much better fight from blue team this time. They're doing better and better every time. But you've got to give it to red team. They're just a much more experienced team, knowing exactly what they need to do, instantly focusing down that chain dart anytime they go in. They did mess up this time. Obviously, they let the blue Jewel Blade get a full ulti on red Jewel Blade this round, so they killed them pretty quick. But they did still come back afterwards and manage to clean up that fight.
But at the moment, red team every time just loses the Jewel Blade, right?
Yeah, it's been the Jewel Blade twice now has died.
Then maybe they focus
too much. Actually, no, sorry, it's the
on
Polax as well. They killed the Polax at the first first one and
Yeah.
Dual Blade in the second one. Ooh, sorry.
But I think we're overcommitting too much on the Dual Blade, blue team. And maybe also store away with the Polex, because the Polex every time picked out the Scimitar.
I didn't see if the Pollux was playing Choco or not, actually. I don't
You
think
can
it
look
was.
it now.
Nope.
No,
Okay,
no.
he's only got there. I mean, nice attempt from Red Jewel to pick off the blue one this time before he get his ult off, but they don't manage to finish him. But again, the chain dart just instantly dead. The 3 heavy armors, just the maul, the longsword, and the short sword, just jumping straight on that chain dart and just nuking them. Sasuko Jin is trying to get the damage in. Trying to get the damage in on that Dual Blade, but anytime he shows up, he's just instantly focused down. You can see Natsu's trying to chase down the Dual Blade, but at this point, with his team dead, I don't think there's much they can do here.
I think against the heavies, the longsword is not really the play. But yeah, instead of longsword, maybe a short sword was more consistency in CC. Okay, we have a short sword. Sorry.
Yeah.
So we have all heavy 3 classes now in the battle, or 4, I mean. Yeah, I think against this team, maybe a short bow instead of a Scimitar would be the choice.
Yeah, I think definitely that Scimitar doesn't seem to be really doing much this game, does it? Just instantly dying every time the fight starts. Right, just wait for the teams to reset. They're waiting for the last respawn to come in. Once Jinbei spawns, they can come back in again. Let's see if they can get a pick in this fight. So they were getting better and better every time. That last fight, the Red Dual Blade Bagao did a good ulti at the start to stop himself from being focused down. So. One thing I think that Red Team is doing much better at protecting their players, right? So Blue Team's going in aggressive with their heavies, but then they're leaving their light armors alone at the back. Oh, miss of the ulti there from the blue Dual Blade. Sissoko Din missing. It was not ideal.
But the Scimitar is still alive this time, and maybe
He's
taking
doing a lot
off the
better
Dual
this
Blade.
time. Doing a lot of damage. Good job. He gets a kill.
Oh no.
The
Dual Blade and Scimitar
Dual
both
Blade
living.
is getting a bit chased in the middle though, and his heavy
No,
armors are
they-
ignoring him.
Heavy armor's overcommitting to 1 Polex and not
Yeah, but he
defense.
manages to get out, which is good. Oh, but he goes back in. Instantly
Bad
down.
play from the heavies, in my opinion.
They need to be protecting their
to one
backline better,
Polex.
but maybe they can pick off the Poleaxe here. It's still an even fight right now, but the chain dart's going to be falling very quickly.
We're not
Yeah,
protecting
that's gonna
that
be-
Scimitar and Dual Blades.
Yeah, so I mean, I like how aggressive the short sword and the long sword are with going in, but they're just forgetting the rest of their team.
Yeah.
Whereas Red Team, you have to say, are playing a lot better together as a team, and they're protecting their guys. When someone gets jumped, you can tell they're calling it out, and they're all turning and trying to protect that and deal with it.
Yeah, this time as a blue team was winning, also this was just a fake commitment or too much for one guy.
Yeah, definitely. After that first pick, they really needed to try and reset and protect their light armors, but they got a bit too tunnel visioned.
The rules are hard, of course.
Yeah, but Joker, that's why we did this time, because if anyone was here for the last tournament, the finals ended up with 2 teams just running away from each other. So we wanted to have a much more aggressive fights in the middle where you couldn't run away and try and just kite forever. Obviously, you still have space to kite. It's not much, but you do have some space to kite. It's trying and avoid what happened last season, make it much more aggressive and much more action in the fights. Which is ultimately what we want to see in a deathmatch, right? We don't want to see 2 teams just kiting and running away from each other.
Yeah, also here, if you're the last person, I think it's better to just die fast out. So
Yeah, because he's giving time
team-
for them to get their heals up, isn't he? So
yeah, that's what I mean.
So definitely, if you see that your team can't win, like if let's say you're 2v4 for example, and they're all full health still, just die. Just let them kill you as fast as you can, so that their heals aren't off cooldown. Because the enemy team doesn't have to wait for the heals for them to heal up before they go in again. They just need to wait for their guy to respawn. So now he's respawned, they go straight back in again. But this is potentially the last fight. If Red Team wins this fight now, then Blue Team is out of here.
I would say pretty clean from DK team.
So far, but it looks like a much better engage this time from Blue Team. But good ulti from the longsword there to protect his Dual Blade from being focused. But Chain Dart again being focused down on the side. I feel like Blue Team's just getting way too tunnel visioned here, trying to kill that Dual Blade. They should get him, but they've lost all their DPS for it, and this Dual Blade probably can't get out. He's doing okay actually. He managed to kite a bit. It's not looking too bad. DK is going on to him now though. They might be able to pull something out here if they can keep this Dual Blade alive to do some DPS, but no, there's the instant just focus down, stun, bam, dead.
Boah.
Very good focus there by the short sword and the maul together just to get that instant just boom, pop, disappeared.
Yeah, good longsword ult. Good short sword ult, holy shit. Yeah,
I mean,
it's just up now.
it wasn't the worst. It wasn't the worst game. I mean, I think that from my knowledge, it's quite an inexperienced team in Mugiwara here. But they still had some good plays. You know, they still picked off some kills. They were doing better from the first couple of fights from the first one. They were getting better each time. But it's just the experience on the enemy team and just that team play that they have from their coordination there, playing together. As soon as someone gets hit, instantly focusing them down. I mean, DK MVP, 400,000 damage. Very good for the short sword there. Regia following it up in Regisa following up with the 7-0 as well. 660,000 damage.
Thanks to Mugiwara and congrats to not your level, dear.
And look at the poor little jewel blade at the bottom with 150,000 damage. But let me look at the other side. So Jinbei obviously tanked quite a lot. Tanked 1.1 million. It's pretty impressive.
How much damage did DK?
DK only tanked 230 but did 400.
Hey, wow.
So Jinbei tanked a lot of damage, but he was alive till the end almost every time. So no brainer long. Not too bad. 100,000 damage, 650k damage tanked. Short sword tanking almost 1 million damage. That will happen when you're getting killed so much so, whereas obviously the team wasn't getting killed that much. Sasuke Din had a couple of good picks there. Got some initiations quite well on that side, so but only 123,000 damage. And then the poor chain dart with the 50,000 damage. We're just getting nuked every matchup. But yeah, GG, well played to Not Your Level Dear. They are moving